kiddos. This is your fairy godmother, Miss Kitty, and thank you for joining me for story time. Today we're going to read such a cute little story called Henry and Harold, Adventures with Albert the Invite. Written by Stacey Pimm and illustrated by Bobooks. Well, let's get started. This is a very special boy. His name is Henry. He might seem different because sometimes he behaves in ways that you and I don't. Henry has a twin brother named Harold. They differ in the way they look. As Harold wears glasses and is just a little taller, Henry is a bit shorter and doesn't wear glasses. Harold is very neat in his appearance, while Henry likes to wear clothes that don't match at all. Henry has a mom, papa, and a grandma too. He is a wonderful boy. Is Henry like you and me? Henry is unique because he has autism, and even better, he has an invisible friend named Albert. This special buddy has blue and purple fur. He is a round, fluffy monster and wears checkered shoes. He smells a lot like cookies too. What about you? Do you have those things as part of your life too? Henry can read and loves to do math. His favorite thing in the world is his big fat goldfish named George. Henry collects all types of things. Some children would throw these things in the trash, but not Henry. He loves to collect watches, rocks, and funny socks too. Is there something you collect too? Henry loves to put his amazing superhero figures in a perfect row. This makes him very happy. He also likes to do this with his colorful bouncy balls. Do you line things up or stack things as well? If you don't, you should try it too. Henry doesn't like haircuts. The sounds and feeling of the clippers makes him feel scared, and he feels people may stare and glare at him. He might even get upset too. Henry can't help it when one of his meltdowns develops out of nowhere. He can't calm down even with his favorite stuffed bear, Arthur. It's difficult for him to become relaxed, even if Albert is right there. Do you have big emotions too? Tell us a little about you. Henry tries his best to control himself at school, but when things challenge him or frustrate him, he just doesn't know what to do. Therefore, Henry has a hard time holding these emotions inside. Henry has never been asked to go to a party by anyone in his class. This makes him feel alone. Albert, why doesn't my classmates even ask me to a party? Asked Henry one day. Albert replied, Henry, maybe you shouldn't act so silly. Try to calm down and stay cool, as this might help you fit in more with others at school. A few weeks later, something unexpected happened. As Henry was walking down the hallway at his school, Caden, one of his nice friends, gave him a shiny red envelope. Henry opened the card right away. As he read, he saw his name. He jumped in the air and pumped his fist. He finally got invited to someone's birthday party. When Henry got home from school that day, he ran to the kitchen and gave his mom the invitation to the party. Look what I got from Caden. Look, can you believe it? Shouted Henry. Tears of joy filled his mom's eyes. Her little boy was finally invited to a party. When she saw the inside of the invitation, she said, This is amazing, Henry. Your brother Harold is invited too. What a sweet thing for Caden to do. I am so happy for the two of you. Yeah, I am going to a party. This will be so much fun, cheered Henry. Hip, hip, hooray for us, Harold chimed in. Soon Albert joined them in the kitchen for their celebration dance party. A week passed and the day of the party arrived. It was a sunny and bright Saturday, and the birds were chirping away as rays of sunshine danced in the air. When they arrived, everyone got to see the funny side of Henry, and they all enjoyed and valued his company. With a lot of practice at home and in school, he was able to stay calm and work through his emotions. Nervously, Henry asked, "Did you bring the gift, Mommy?" "You have to make sure that you brought it," Mom responded. "Of course I did. You put so much thought into what to get. How could I ever not remember that special gift?" "Mom, did you remember the gift I picked out too?" asked Harold. "Of course, sweetheart. I never forget what is important to you." Harold had a lot of fun too. His best friend Joe was at the party, and they had a great time playing in Caden's backyard. There was balloons everywhere and even a bouncy house. Joe said, "Harold, I never knew Henry was so nice and funny. He really makes me laugh and smile. Henry needs to hang out with us more at school." Harold looked back at Joe. "He sure does. Everyone needed to know that he is so cool, even if he gets upset if we don't watch his favorite show." Albert sat in a tree swing off to the side and watched over the boys. He had a ball seeing them play. He knew Henry could act cool in front of all of them, too. After the boys returned home, their grandma asked the boys about the party. "Henry, did you have a good time?" she asked as she hugged him. "It was the best day ever. I made a lot of new friends," Henry replied. He felt so happy to have the chance to show all his new friends his real, true self. Then his papa hugged Harold and said, "I'm so glad that the two of you had a terrific time at the party." Harold climbed up and sat in Papa's lap saying, "Henry did so good. He didn't have one outburst, and he had no frustrations. I always knew that everyone would like him so much. You would have been proud of him, like I am too." "Oh, sweet boy, I am proud of both of you," said Papa warmly. Soon the boys were so tired that they fell asleep on page 3 of the bedtime story their mom was reading. Albert took the blanket and covered them all up. Monday was an awesome day at school. All the kids treated Henry like he was the most popular kid in the whole class. They gave him high fives and cheered his name. At lunch, Harold turned to Henry and said, "I always knew you were the coolest brother in the world. Now everyone else sees it too." Harold gave Henry a great big hug and said, "I love you, brother." Albert was near the water fountain next to the boys as they walked back to class as the bell rang. He smiled and waved at them and headed to the lunchroom to clean up any food the teachers left behind. "Have a good day, Albert. See you in a while," Harold said. Then Henry ran back and gave Albert a great big hug. "I love you, Albert. You are the best." Harold and Henry waved goodbye, walking down the hall to their classrooms. It was a terrific day, and Henry felt like he finally fit in. He felt so cool and accepted by everyone at school. The end. And that was the story of Henry and Harold, Adventures with Albert the Invite by Stacey Pimm. Thank you, kiddos, for joining me for story time. I hope you'll join me again for the next story with your fairy godmother, Miss Kitty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now.
Everyone in a good mood. Be nice, not just once or twice. Be warm and kind to the folks you find, keeping nice stuff on your mind.
Neighborhood school bus, neighborhood school bus, beep, beep, beep. We're stopping off, taking the kids home. We're taking the kiddos home, pulling up into the bus station. $1, $2, $3, $4. Everybody get off the bus to explore. It's time to go home after reading a good story with Fairy Godmother Miss Kitty. We had so much fun and so many adventures. Everybody get off the neighborhood school bus. It's time to pull into the bus station and go home. Bye. Don't forget to study your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s. And it's okay to have a little bit of toy time too.